guys, welcome back. So today is the Generation 4 OU battle I had against US, and yeah, it was a pretty good one, pretty interesting battle. Pretty much standard stuff, so the teams are pretty standard, nothing too special. I bring Clefable because Clefable was just a troll. And yeah, I'm leading a Zelf. A Zelf is choice banded. And before the game, it was a Jolly, a Zelf, and I changed it to Adamant. The reason I changed it to Adamant is because I found out that the Zelf versus MrOrzKid, which, yeah, convenient. Yeah, one hit KO with explosion. So I went for the explosion turn 1. Really funny to see that. I put Adamant Nature, did a calc, and it was like one hit KO is MrOrzKid. So I'm like, alright, well, we're doing that. So, funny enough, Yus rang MrOrzKid. Like, what were the chances? I kind of thought he would, but, you know, very slim chance. He did. I thank him for that because that was just the best turn 1. That was like, start things off with a bang, right? So, he goes into Flygon. I don't want to take an EQ, so I go into Gyarados is the best bet. I get Intimidate. If he goes EQ, he's stuck in it. If he goes U-turn, I'll take very little from it because I resist as well, right? I'm flying type, so he U-turns and he goes into his Starmie. And obviously, I do not want to be in on this thing because this is not a good matchup for me at all. So I switch out here and I switch into what did I switch into? Clefable, but he actually played a double switch into Flygon. Now I know I can take any hit from Flygon and it's probably just going to U-turn, so I stay in. So yeah, this Flygon's most likely scarfed, it has to be. And he U-turns on my Clefable and I just go for the knockoff. I'm trying out knockoff on this on his moveset. So I knock off the leftovers, which is great for Dusknoir because that thing is just bulky. And here I made probably one of the worst mistakes. I should have not T-waved this thing because I T-wave it, I cause a bit of stall here. He goes for Will-O-Wisp and I'm like, god damn it, as Will-O-Wisp, so I'll go be very careful with what I switch into here. I go for knockoff just to see if he switches out or what he does. He stays in and goes for an Earthquake, so I'm like, wait, great. So I want to switch into either Heatran or Breloom, but I have to be very careful how I do it. I can go into Heatran on the Will-O-Wisp or I can go into Breloom on the EQ, right? So I go for knockoff again just to see what he does. He goes for Will-O-Wisp, and at this point I'm just really scared because he's messing around, like he keeps changing move and I just don't know, you know, he's being very unpredictable here. He goes for EQ, so I'm like, can I go into heat rank? You know, at this point I just see stall happening, so I said to Yus, maybe we should just switch out both of us at the same time and go from there just to gain some momentum. I go for the soft boil, I get back up to full, and I think it's not this turn, the turn after. So he paralyzes again. You know, I go for Thunder Wave thinking there's a switch. He goes for Will-O-Wisp, I'm already burnt. So it's just, you know, yeah, I'm just too scared to switch at this point. I'm just like, he's either gonna get the Breloom with a Will-O-Wisp or he's gonna get the Heatran. You know, this is being really unpredictable. We're stalling and we don't want any of this, you know, for content. So we both switch on this turn. I go into Gyarados. I could have gone into Breloom. I didn't feel right going into Breloom because if I went into Breloom, I would have activated Toxic Orb, and I thought that would have been really cheap for me to do. So I went into Gyarados to try and go from there, and he went into Starmie. So I go into Clefable again just because it just takes special hits like a boss. So I'm going to take this T-Bolt, and I'm just not going to let this stall happen again because I'm predicting that he's probably going to bring the Dusknoir in again. So he does, he goes into Dusknoir and I don't want to stay in, so I actually double switch. I take the T-Bolt and double switch into Breloom, and this turn I get my Toxic Orb up. Now the reason I shouldn't paralyze this is because I could have slept it here. So I go for the Substitute to scout what he has, and he actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm not too sure why he did that because I was already poisoned, so I was a bit confused there. So yeah, now he's got this problem. I honestly thought he had Ice Punch because I versed this Dusknoir a while back, a long time ago, and it had Ice Punch EQ. So I was afraid that he had Ice Punch. Yeah, so it turns out he just doesn't have the Ice Punch, so this is looking really good for me. I can just spam Seed Bomb and take this thing out. It's not a problem. And yeah, so yeah, he's trying to break my Substitute with Shadow Sneak. It's not working out. He needed 2 Shadow Sneaks to break it, but it's alright because this turn I'm just going to finish it off with a Seed Bomb. And yeah, he gets rid of my sub, so I'm exposed at this point. So at least Dusknoir is gone. That's fine. That allows Clefable to kind of annoy him a bit because Clefable is just such a troll, right? So he goes into Infernape. I don't want to stay in, so I go into Gyarados, get an Intimidate. Really good prediction here by Yus actually. He goes for the Stone Edge. So one thing he told me was this Stone Edge was a choice banded Stone Edge after the battle. Choice band or not, I expected it to do more. It just did like over half, or I would say about half, right? So I was kind of shocked that was choice banded. But anyway, I don't want to stay in because he's doing a lot of damage. So we both kind of double switch into Flygon here, so it's kind of awkward. So I switch out. I'm not taking chances with that speed high. I go into Heat Ring to take a dragon move or a U-turn. He locks himself in the dragon move, so this gives me a great opportunity to set up Stealth Rock. I'm gonna do that, and he brings in this thing, and I'm like, well, you know, heat ranks carry explosion. I'm just gonna explode and try to take this thing out. That's the second time I exploded this battle. It's quite funny. So yeah, now we just casually watch Blissy's health go down like 1 bloody frame per minute. I don't know. Yeah, miraculously this Blissey didn't die. It just lived on minuscule health, which is crazy. And he attacked me instead of healing, so that's gonna cost him. So I bring in Flygon, revenge kill, get the U-turn. He lets it go. You know, it's just not worth saving. So I go back into Breloom. Yeah, I'm pretty much, I can guess he's gonna bring in Infernape, so I'm kind of baiting that at this point. And then I'm just gonna switch out into Gyarados again, right? So I get Intimidate, and I want to see if he actually predicts the Stone Edge again like he did last time. What does he do? He goes for the Flare Blitz, and yeah, I can take this. So again, it does a lot of damage, so I'm questioning at this point if it's a 2-hit KO or not. I think he questioned it as well. I'm thinking to myself, you know what, let's not risk it, let's just switch out. So he switches out into Starmie, and funny enough, I switched out too. I go into I think I go into Flygon to take a Flare Blitz, but anyway, this is a really good matchup for me. This works as well. So I go for the U-turn. This is going to be super effective. And he stayed in, so I know that he's going to hit me with some sort of special attack, maybe an Ice Beam. If that's the case, then I'm bringing Clefable in, right? Because Clefable is my specially defensive monster. He goes for Rapid Spin. I was like, okay, fair enough, fair enough. He's not looking too good, so I know I can get a knockoff here. Either I'm going to knock him off, the Starmie off with leftovers, or he's going to bring something else in. I went for the knockoff because this thing has natural cure and it's just a pain, so I'm just going to knock off to get rid of the leftovers because I don't want it healing all the time. And here I think I predicted him to switch out, so he goes for the Surf because I thought to myself, why would you stay in on something that's especially defensive? So I went for the knockoff. He must have predicted that or something because he stayed in and just took it. And I'm looking good, so I'm actually not going to switch at all. I'm going to just 1v1 to Starmie. He goes for another Surf. And I go for a Seismic Toss. I'm not going to paralyze just yet because I know he's got Flygon, so I'm seeing what he does. My Seismic Toss is not doing so much compared to... I mean, I'm already low health, so he's probably going to kill me before I kill him. So he goes for another Surf. Exactly 100 HP, so I go for the T-Wave this time because he's about half, so I thought he's probably going to heal. He didn't heal, so I'm actually just going to keep attacking from here, I believe. I don't do any sort of shenanigans, so I go for the Seismic Toss to see if he heals this turn. He should be in KO range next turn. He gets paralyzed. You're not sure what he clicked on there. He might have recovered. I have no idea, so I'm just going to finish it off because, yeah, I saw an opportunity where I thought he was going to heal. I paralyzed him, and I went for the double Seismic Toss to finish him off. So this Clefable is looking alright. I'm sort of back to half-ish. Well, I'm sort of back to half, and then he goes into Flygon, and he's trying to revenge kill me here. So he goes for Dragon Claw. Doesn't have that Outrage, or maybe he does. He just don't want to lock himself into it. And he doesn't kill me. I live on like 12 HP and get a knockoff off, so that's just amazing for me. I was pretty much sacking Clefable at this point because these last two Pokemon are Infernape and Flygon. That's amazing. I got that knockoff off. That means my Flygon would guarantee outspeed his, so that gives me a great opportunity here to go into my Flygon and lock myself into Outrage and pretty much just win the game from here. So I'm going to be fast. I'm going to one-hit KO this thing and then KO Infernape. My Clefable does actually run a little bit of defense. I don't run too much. I think I run like 20 EVs in defense, just cause I can't remember what I was doing at the time. I was calculating some things and 20 was just very fitting. So yeah, just decided to shot with the Clefable and just troll this whole battle. So yeah, Clefable's annoying actually. You know, Clefable's just ridiculous to deal with. But yeah, that was fun. So Flygon picked up the game, and then yeah, great game, Yus. Check out his channel, link in the description. And yeah, I'll see you lot for the next Suup Guys battle between me and Yus. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you lot next time.